just one-shots it. You see, she's literally one-punching it. They struggle like crazy, and she's like, the horrible witch woman! Trap! I dodged a log, and then I fell into like a tree. He kicks me down, and see, the wrong bastard! She was clearly part of a guild of evil people. So, hello everyone, it's time for Land of Leadale episode 8. I think a really good isekai, right? It's probably underrated, but goddamn it, it's Cayna. Genocide, maniac, grandma. Awesome. She's like, kill everyone! You know what I mean? She's freaking fun, right? Fun, great main character for once, right? No, because, you know, all isekais, right? Obviously, I say it every time, but, you know, because I love isekai, you know, Konosuba, whatever, right? And there are many different isekais, obviously, Rudius, you know, best main character ever isekai. But, I think the big issue with most isekais, right? And I kept saying that, I believe, in my Mushitanshi review at episode 2 of that, what I really loved immediately, because that's a main character with a personality, right? That's a main character coming in here, having his own personality, having agoraphobia and so on, right? So Rudy is a very good main character, immediately in the beginning. Well, unfortunately, most isekais, you have this bland, just, oh, I just wanna become like, I don't know, rich or something, or maybe smash my waifu or something, you know. They have like basically same personality, right? Obviously, Kasuba, I think Konosuba also very strong personality. So I think that's a huge difference between most trash isekais and, you know, most isekais, right? But Cayna, I mean, she's basically just a sociopath. She's like, kill everyone, yeah. But again, that's the personality, right? That makes her unique. I never seen an isekai character with such a sociopathic main character, right? More or less. Maybe Kinji, you know, yeah, Kinji in Black Home. He's like, make money with everything. Yeah, he was a capitalism. He also was quite a psychopath, I guess, but certainly, right? But she's probably more similar to, Money Guy in, so to speak, in Black Company, because they're both very selfish, right? But they do have like a good, you know, like a good personality deep down, right? But yeah, very selfish, very like egocentric and so on, right? But anyway, yeah, personality. Now then, take on Bird, right? So let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But for the say it again, you know, there's like 50 isekais per year, right? But this woman, personality, baby. Yeah, look at her. Douchebag personality. Mostly a douche, though. But still, mostly a douche. But still, though, yeah. Oh, the fairy. Maybe she can tell that the world is in danger. Yeah, she's like, your son-in-law is dying. Your son-in-law summoned a titan. So how are the fairy knows that? No idea, but somehow the fairy knows what's up. Good. So the fairy isn't just... I was gonna summon a dragon, probably. The PP. Dragon penis! Yes! Dragon member! No. Okay, so it's a wolf. Damn it. It also promotes the PP, though. They're like, does it also have a big... And then both those girls are like, does the wolf also have a huge wolf thingy? Wolf member? But yeah, somehow her son-in-law, of course, mai-mai's husband, summoned this massive Attack on Titan bird, right? Yeah, so Attack on Bird is what we call the episode, of course. Yeah, like, what? Number? I'm guessing, as I said last review, that he triggered some boss event, right? Oh, it's a penguin, I guess? Yeah, probably. It's like an evil penguin. That's why it's like a bird. I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. It's like a penguin. That's why it's black. That makes sense. It's a penguin. Of course, as I said last week, you also find it in the opening, right? You find this penguin, I guess, in the opening. But I hope she's gonna explain how it's summoned. But what probably happened is that he was trying to make her potion, and yeah, that probably triggers some game code, right? Some event. Or if you make this potion, this monster is summoned. Right? Like if you ever played World of Warcraft. You know, I usually use World of Warcraft a lot, right? But I think that World of Warcraft is so famous, right? I mean, I can say other games, right? Whatever, Diablo, but I was kidding. Phantasy Star Online or whatever, EverQuest or whatever. But I feel you tend to say, look at World of Warcraft. That's not because I think Warcraft is the greatest role-playing game ever. It's because it's the most played role-playing game ever, basically. So I feel most people have seen it, right? Or know what I'm talking about. But anyway, in World of Warcraft then, for example, World of Warcraft, you have this boss that can spawn, right? Usually not that random, of course, but I mean, it could be like, oh, if you make this thing, then this ghost will come out with a weapon, right? You have to kill it for the quest or whatever, yeah. Oh, if you're gonna craft this, you know, this sword, then you have to get into a portal and then this monster will be there, right? So not that common, but certainly there are some quests when something is summoned, right? When you craft something or you combine something. That's probably what he probably accidentally, you know, triggered, like, here comes the bird Attack on Titan thing. Here comes Seek or something, yeah, probably. Or also could be like an event, right? Like during November every year, the titles appear. It could be a game event, right? But then probably they would know about it. But it could have been that it should happen every week or every month. I mean, in the video game world, but because the players haven't triggered something, maybe by her activating the castle, maybe that also triggers something. Who knows? Anyway, here we go. Yeah, Attack on Titan time, maybe. But these of course are 2 players. Yeah, we need like 200 raid boss, baby! Yeah, he's like, it's raid time, bro! It's raid! Yes, I am the knight captain. We have to defend it, you know? It's like raid time. Yeah, world event boss, of course, are pretty common in many video games, MMORPGs. That, yeah, some raid boss is summoned in a city or maybe in a forest, right? Once a year or something, once a month. Mai-mai? I think that her kids could probably beat it, though. Aren't they all pretty high level, though? Like, aren't the children like 200 years old and they're pretty high? Isn't Skargul like very powerful as well? Yeah, I feel these 3 are probably much stronger than. And Maima's husband, yeah, he's somewhat high level probably. Yeah. Yeah, I feel Lupus is like, he's like the orc mage guy, right? Also probably 100 years old. I guess so much died there. Yeah, this game is pretty brutal. People actually do die, right? But here we go. Immatuer. It's like nice blocks it. Yeah, the Academia, but the castle. Can't they just run around and can't they go around to the other city? Yeah, if either score goes right, why can't they just change location then and fight from like the other side and, you know, pull it away from the city then? Yeah. Okay, so we have to protect the royal palace and so on. And the people. I do love these guys though. Yeah, these like older player guys. The low level players. They're like, we gotta fight, bro. Raid boss. Yeah, we gotta go. Yeah, I love these guys. They're like, we're way too weak, but we gotta do it. Yeah, come on. These guys are awesome. They're like, we gotta save the planet, you know. Supposed to be heroes. I love it. Look at this. They're probably gonna get owned, right? But freaking the real heroes. I mean, obviously Cayna is too powerful. She's just afraid of it. These guys are actually like low level heroes, right? Like level 100 or something. I think that demon guy was probably higher level than them, right? Beautiful. Look at these guys. Woo! And then they don't. But come on, they're real heroes because they're not that strong. They're actually doing it and they can die, right? Where of course, I know Cayna is so powerful. For her, it's like a breeze, probably, like whatever. Yeah, Dare. Man, the meeting was great too. Yeah, it's like, oh, Captain, my old friend. Remember the raid boss we fought 20 years ago? Yeah, it was beautiful. But these guys are pretty cute, man. Maybe Cayna can help them. He's level 400, but I think I have no health point left here. But if it actually is like a raid boss, it doesn't make sense. You need several people on level 400. You can't just be like one person on level 400. That being said, of course, Cayna is like what level 1000. She's like, she can probably solo it. Yeah, of course she can. She's gonna suit easily. She's gonna come in there and be like, use one punch manning it. It's gonna be like that scene with the Water King in One Punch Man. I wanna spoil the scene, but if you see what punch me, you know what I'm talking about when they all fight the water guy. Yeah, and spoil more than that, but you know what I'm talking about. Here she comes, the OP main character. Just gonna go Levi on it. That's gonna be easy for her. Just throw one big rock at it. She's like, I use a rock. I don't even use magic, just throw a rock at it. Yeah, come on. Mommy's here! He's like, I never saved. Ah, here comes mommy. Damn this character. They're like, whew, our mother is here. He's like, oh, this no problem. My very sexy mom is here. Yes! It's like, my super hot mom is coming to save us. Don't worry, guys. Yeah, no, she like lightning bolts it easily. Well, as her granddaughter said, right? As her grandkid said, she's like, my grandma could easily destroy a continent. Yeah, she was like, see, there are some people that can destroy a continent. That woman, yeah. She's one-shots it. You see, she's literally one punch manning it. They struggle like crazy, and she's like, bep. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, lightning bolt, it's over. He's one-shots it. Oh, loot! She's like, free loot! Epic loot! Oof! That was pretty easy. It's like, come on. And the fair's like, noobs. Oh yeah. So she's one freaking Saitama. Well, yeah, it was triggered by some event. I mean, I hope it'll explain it. Oh, it's like an arrow, so Yeah, started triggered event. Oh, the sandbar? The specific place? Oh yeah, see? I was right. You mix the specific ingredients in that place and then go to summon a boss. Yeah, it's the game. Yeah, exactly. That's said right. But that was pretty obvious, of course. That was how it works, right? Her son-in-law actually had to trigger the boss by. Yeah. Yeah, mommy's boy. That's the mommy. Mai-mai. Ukasama. Yeah, so it's clear like a boss summon place. The actual sand place. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, I'm the only one up evil here. No, but you know, you always want with your mom like, I don't know what she said. Exactly. I will punish anyone, mom. Don't worry. Nice. He's flexing his muscles there. Yeah, the Dragon Catholic guy is like, yep, stands there showing his abs proper. And I think she's like, oh, so many boys. Yeah, she's not a Dragon member. You know, the Dragon guy is like, yeah, girl. Yeah. Yeah, gonna pay for it, princess. Gonna, you know. Exactly. How shrewd of you. It's like, she does love money. Yeah, she does have money. She's got a capitalist. See, she is very similar to, you know, Black Company. She likes money. She likes, you know, doing shit right there. Less being powerful. Of course, she's in love with her son. Yeah. Who was that woman? She's like, of course you love him. He's my son after all, yeah. Get some epic loot. Oh, Oraculium. So usually the strongest item, like in Dragon Quest and so on, right? In Dragon Quest, it's usually the strongest item. Like in the anime currently. But yeah, Dragon Quest 11 or whatever, right? Oraculium is the strongest thing. It's also in FF9 the strongest item, I believe. Oraculium knife and so on, yeah. So usually Oraculium is the strongest item, material, of course. Material, right? Ah, there we go. She's like, you two are heroes. She's a nice woman deep down. She's like, you can have it. Oh yeah, like an item trade. Yeah, I think it's like a trading. Yeah, she's like... Yeah. Yeah, she's like, nice, opening a trade with him. Ah, come on, I'm already max level, I got epic. She's like, I have 1000 eye level and everything, so you can have it, I don't care about it. Oraculium, I don't need that. I got like epic Oraculium. I got Uber special rare Oraculium. You can have it. Ah, nice movement, yeah. Well, it does make sense though. Even if Oraculium is the best resource in this game, which I guess it is, she probably has ultimate perfect gear, right? She probably has the best gear you can have, so she probably has no use for it, right? And it's probably, like, Oraculium is probably the best thing, but then it might be, you know, extra pristine Oraculium might be even better, right? She probably has, like, maximum pristine Oraculium, something that makes her, of course, even better. Something like that, right? And also, of course, she has probably blacksmithed everything and all that stuff, right? So, it's... yeah. Nice. And the first bit of fun, actually, Fort Wild. I love Fort Wild, yeah. They flew into the camera, right? Okay, so now we're gonna talk to the actual players, the heroes. Yeah, so he's a clear good guy, he's saving the people, right? Yeah, he used to be like the guild vice leader. Yeah, and he's like... Ooh, another, like, horse dragon guy? He's a guild master, of course. Kyoto-san. And of course she knew, because she's the... Was she the guild master for that matter? Yeah, I don't know. What was Cayna? Like, was she... Because she's like the strongest person ever, right? Was she the ultimate... Yeah, cream cheese! Is she... Of course, the best guild ever, of course. Yeah, but is she the guild master of cream cheese? Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, cream cheese. Cream cheese, baby! Yeah, she's, of course, the legendary guild master herself, right? Come on, Cayna has to be the guild master. Yeah. The horrible witch woman! They're like, she's scaring us! Of course, she's the silver ring witch, but is she the guild master then? Yeah, what about probably right? Please don't kill us! Yeah. Yeah, what a degrading nickname you're calling me, bastards! Yeah, so everyone's paid for because... Also just joking, but Lush is playing the evil guy when she wants to. Yeah, famous evil player. But she seems to be evil, right? Like, she knew her guildmaster, but She was like ganker or so on. Yeah, I feel like the cream cheese probably killed a lot of players. You know, they probably were bad. You know, it was like a nice guild, right? And he gets of course an ultimate weapon from her, right? Of course, he gets the ultimate sword here. She's like, I'll use sword. I'm a sorcerer. I don't care. Yeah, you can have the strongest sword in the game. Nah, I just made it. I don't care. Yeah. Nah, I just made it. Who cares? You know, I got a lot of stuff. He probably gets one too, maybe. I don't know. Please, Miss Cream Cheese, last. Just the Night Sword. Yeah, I don't have mats, you know. Poor guy. I don't have the material to make you a sword too. Yeah, so they get. I think they do get like a friend list. Yeah, I wonder what she revived the lastest. She was in a coma, of course, so no happened in reality. Yeah, so she died. Yeah, so this is what happened. They actually didn't die in IRL. You're a ghost! You! That's good. She's just a zombie player. I was like, what? Rude. But they don't seem to be dead outside, right? Yeah, they seem to be dead in the reality, so. Okay, so she died half a year before the end, did you say? Yeah, she died half a year before. Yeah, but why are they stuck in the world, right? That's kind of weird. She actually died playing the game, right? In a coma. Here's of course the fairy. They're like, oh my god, it's a super rare fairy thing that, yeah. This is an epic legendary. Stop creeping out the fairy girl. Yeah, it's like, what? Yeah, with a super annoying name. Oscar Puttenheimer. It's like, he's just kind of an annoying name. Yeah, Jesus Christ, his name is horrible. What is it, a trap? I dodged a log and then I fell into like a tree. He kicks me down and say you're a bastard! She was clearly part of a guild of evil people. He's like, yeah, ganker. Yeah, so he was, I guess, like tricking people with stupid traps or something. Yeah, a long rope trap, what? Kick them down a cliff or something? Yeah, that bastard player or what? Her friend Cream Cheese and so on, they were clearly gankers, right? They were clearly goddamn bastards, come on, clearly. So no wonder they're afraid of her, because yeah, she clearly played in the worst guild ever, come on. Come on, she clearly played in the murderous rampage guild. They were like, tripped her off the floor. He's like almost 400 and yeah, he never did a healing event. Yeah, kind of noob, man. Poor guy, he never got healing. It's like a bad player, yeah. I never got bandage. I never got to learn to. He's been here for 10 years though, so he actually should know the most, right? How the difference is. He is far longer than the other ones. I mean, yeah, he should actually know the difference between the world and so on, and what's happened in the country and so on, and the continent or whatever. Okay. I like it. I like it's oppa. It's so on the boobs. They're nice. Heliumeric. Female Heliumeric. Also an oppa. It's very nice. Okay, she never leveled up swimming. I can fly with Barret also. But you can probably level up swimming in this kind of game world. Yeah, he probably has like, he's a half dragon. He probably has swimming skills, right? She's like, oh no, it's all nasty shit down there. Yeah, she's like, I hate the water levels, exactly. She's like, I don't want to go there. Depressing water level. I don't want to go to tentacular shit. I don't want to go down there. But yeah, he gets the ultimate weapon for his class. So she's like, whatever, I can easily craft it. It's like nothing. It's like the materials, right? Valhalla though. Weird name though. Valhalla, of course, is a place. Usually the sword is called like Ragnarök, right? Yeah, usually the sword will be called Ragnarök or, you know, Gungir is a spear though, but and she smacks her son there because, yeah, she's the best mom ever. She easily, of course, beat up her son again. Yeah. Gotta assault her poor kid, right? He wasn't fast enough. Yeah, he deserved it. I like he's so obsessed with the mom. Like, I don't care. Oh, you want to beat him up again? Of course, he must protect his mom's innocence. Yeah, his great grandma's innocence. Yeah, he had 3 kids, couple of grandkids. Yeah, couple of great grandkids. Yeah, she's like, oh, my mom, we're gonna protect her virginity. It's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, gotta protect mommy from the evil man, right? Exactly. Gotta protect his mother from. Curse you! Trying to seduce my mother! Yeah, it's like he's just a goddamn mama's boy, yeah. Trying to sleep with my mother. Oh, the Arcana stuff, Mom? Yeah. Exactly. What comes down? She said, I gave birth to you, don't you have to die? One day I will take your life, yeah. I gave you life, one day I will give you death. It's like, goddamn it. Oh, this mother. He's confused now. What? You not gonna beat me up, Mom? Yeah, he's getting nicer. He's like getting confused now. What? You not gonna abuse me this week, Mom? Yeah, he's getting confused. Like, you usually beat the crap out of me, Mom. The poor guy is like, what? My mom is not punishing me for once? Oh my god, he gets a date with Mom. He's so happy now, puppy eyes. Yeah, he gets a date with Mommy. Oh my god, he's finally getting something with Mom. First base. Oh yeah, I think she tries to make him. Oh yeah, I guess she's gonna try to set him up with the princess, of course. Yeah, she wants to marry into the royal family, of course. Good plan, good plan. Yeah, just be. I mean, this all the people plays out there, right? She's like, Mom, maybe you could stop being an adventurer. Nah, come on, she just got revived again in this world. She wants more siblings? Who knows? Nah, I don't know. Mom is clearly an adventurer. She wants to conquer all those the other players' places, right? Come on. Yeah, she wants to take over the world, right? Oh, she's back at the annoying wall. Yeah, I love her wall though. Hey, shut up, old bitch! I love this wall though. Yeah, this one is freaking funny, man. Oh yeah, master, old hag! It's like, what? Why is it so rude for? I love it. Like, why is it so like a goddamn bastard? It's a goddamn door wall. Why is the door wall so like freaking douchebag? Yeah. Oh nice, feeds are the mana there. Yeah, I guess that's like doing it. I was gonna drop her weird. Interesting, yeah, I guess the wall has been staying here for 200 years, right? Might know what happened between. Yeah, so talking to their masters, and they all left. Can they bring the wall with her? Or something? No, the wall is gonna stay there. No, you have a stupid wall door! You're staying here! I will visit you, maybe. Yeah, like she's like, I will visit you, probably. Like, she definitely is turning nicer, yeah. Great grandma is nicer now. Oh, she's building in the house now? I guess so. No, okay, no, it's just the cute maid girl that we saw, of course. Yeah, you know, her first friend, right? Yeah, she's back at the village, next to her evil silver witch. Yeah. Bad sensation there. I don't know, I wasn't the sub because it's out for whatever. But she was like, you know, Oneshan, she was like big sister. Yeah, I really hate that. That's such a noob translation, right? So, I mean, I assume everyone knows what that means. If you're on my channel, you're probably into anime, right? Or gaming or whatever. Japanese stuff, you know, like I am, and I'm pretty sure you probably know suffixes, right, you know. So a suffix, right, a name suffix or a prefix. Prefix is before, prefix is afterwards. So a suffix, of course, is very, very important in Japanese anime, right. And when I did that video, was that last year? I did that video a few months ago, I think it's like a year ago, where I explained how to learn Japanese, right, by watching anime and so on, which you actually should be able to do, to some extent. I'm not saying you get like fluent, right, but I do think it's very strange, just a side note, I think it's very, very strange when people do watch like 1,000 animes and they still can't say like, konnichiwa. I'm like, haven't you learned anything? Because if you do that, there's something wrong with you, how you approach it, right? Honestly, because it means that your brain is turned off from when you're doing it. Yeah, like you have to learn something, right? You have to like memorize something that happened to you. It's like people that are playing a video game and never improving whatsoever. Right? It's just kind of weird. Like you have to actually activate your brain, right? So that's one thing. But the other thing that I talked about in that video is of course this thing. And the most basic thing, honestly, I would say, to learn Japanese, and maybe not learn like I was talking like become fluent. I was saying that you have to like a basic understanding, right, of Japanese is this kind of lines, right? Because it's just an important thing in the Japanese language to understand what a suffix is, right? So again, then suffix is something like ni, right, sister, ni, brother, of course, and so on, right? Can you put afterwards? So basically, let's call it like titles, familiar titles, whatever. Right? So yeah, it's really important because then you kind of know someone's, how say it. You can watch an anime, not being fluent, but if you at least know what all the suffixes means, you will understand at least the dynamic usually between the characters, right? That's a very Japanese thing. Like if you look at English and you have two characters talking, because they don't just call yourself like her or whatever, yeah, they're not gonna like have the same impact, right? Knowing the pronoun or whatever. So anyway, just a terrible suggestion here, really. I don't know why I'm watching I guess I mentioned. I just watched that first. Like, if the anime is out on TV before, this anime is released before with subtitles, like the same time or even before it's released on TV. So I'm watching it with subs. But anyway, this I think really pisses me off because it's a bad translation, right? She's running towards Cayna, this little maid girl, right? Her mom of course owns the inn, right? The innkeeper girl, and she's like "Oneshan," which of course means big sister. Yeah, she's like big sis, because they're quite familiarity. Yeah, she's loves Cayna, right? It's kind of like her big sister, right? They're very close, right? To some extent. She lived there for a bit, right? And she was angry when they insulted them and so on, right? When those guys, when her grandson was insulting the food or whatever, yeah, kind of not directly, but indirectly insulting her food, right? And she got pissed off and so on. So yeah, she likes this girl, right? And of course the girl's like, big sister Cayna, Oneshan! But of course, the situation is really noobish, yeah. Like, well, it's called Miss, right? Yeah, that's like, if she was like, there would be something she was running over, oh, here comes the... It just feels weird, yeah. Not even close to what she's calling her. Miss is something... I'm like English. I'm like, Miss. That's like, I guess, young lady or something. Yeah, it feels weird, right? It doesn't even fit at all, really. But it's very far away from, big sister, right? She literally is like, big sister! And station is Miss. Yeah, terrible station. That's one reason why I usually don't watch her subs. Because I just get pissed off, right? Sometimes I do laugh at it. I have to say this, one thing I do like watching with subs is that sometimes I feel it translated to a really good translation, though. It's like a weird Japanese joke, and I'm just like, man, that's gonna be hard to translate. And then they have, usually an idiom in English doesn't actually translate right from, it's not like translated word by word, but they use their own idiom, and it's almost taking liberty, but still, that can be really funny, because I'll be like, oh, that actually is a pretty good idiom, comparable to the Japanese idiom, yeah. Sometimes I think that's really hilarious when they manage to like, sometimes I do love that. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a smart idiom. Yeah, like that really fit. Yeah, that actually fits perfectly. But anyway, let's talk about the actual storyline. So of course she befriends the two other players, and obviously we also seen the evil demon kid, right? These guys are the heroes, and I like them, right? Because they were actually like, let's fight the bird, we are heroes, right? They were actually like low-level guys trying to protect the people, right? Because Cayna used freaking one punch. She was like Saitama style, and she entered and just one-shotted. So for her, it doesn't matter, right? For her, it's like, whatever. It's a raid, but I can sue this raid boss, right? Who cares? But for them, right, it was like life. I mean, obviously they do die in this world. They're stuck in an actual isekai game or whatever, right? So they actually die to fail. And yeah, the boss almost killed them immediately, right? Which is for her is like, whatever, it's an ant for her. Yeah, she's like, one bolt, right? And then she gives him this sword and so on, and yeah, it made sense that he actually was pretty useful for her from a information standpoint, because yeah, he's been there for 10 years. That hasn't been explained whatsoever why they're there for different times, but whatever. He's been there the longest, and so he clearly has the most knowledge, right, about the difference and so on in the world. And obviously, main girl Cayna has been there for like 2 months, yeah. So she has least information, right? So that makes sense. The name, as I mentioned earlier, that was a terrible name of a weapon, honestly. Yeah, honestly, terrible weapon, right? So usually what you have in games is fantasy. They love having something called Ragnarök, right? Or Ragnarok, whatever it says in the game, but of course. Rök means smoke in Swedish. So the weapon is supposed to call Ragnarök. Ragnar is a name in Swedish for that matter. Like my old math professor, his name was Ragnar. He actually pretty interesting. He was on Jeopardy or so on in Sweden, but whatever. Yeah, I had a professor at university, a very good math professor. He also was like a very good Jeopardy. My grandpa also was Jeopardy though many years ago, but yes, he was part of. I just remember he was my teacher in school, Ragnar, and he was part of the Jeopardy for a few weeks also. So it was pretty cool. But anyway, yeah. So Ragnarök, right? Rök, the Ö. That's a very common weapon in many games. I would say fantasy, right? And Öden, of course, as I said, means is the Ö sound. But anyway, Ragnarök is the doomsday, right, of Norse mythology. So I guess like the weapon would be like the combination of the doomsday weapon. But that's the best sword in a few games, for some classes. But anyway, Valhalla though, yeah, very strange name. Honestly, it kind of bugs me because it's just a common thing to name the weapons in games like Mjölnir, Ragnarök, Gungnir, that's Odin's spear, right? So, simply Fantasy Star Online, the best spear or glaive, I guess, in that game is the Gungnir, which is the Odin's weapon. And for that matter, if you played Fantasy Star 1, one of the main characters, right? The friend of the main character, so the second character you can pick up, his name is Odin, right? So you actually pick up again Odin, and then if it's Star Online, the best glaive spear thing is called Gungnir, Odin's like kind of halberd glaive sword thing. Depends on how you, in some different books, but basically it's like a spear glaive, right? Massive, like huge glaive weapon, right? So for example, that's very common, right? Very, very common. That we saw in the Clover chapter latest, Mistletoe, the arrow or sword that killed Balder is a weapon that like Vanguards could make, right? So very, very common in manga and anime to have this like, Norse, Swedish and so on, old mythology weapons, right? Usually the Swedish name of them. So yeah, just gonna buy me honestly, like Valhalla, that's a place. Valhall or Valhalla, right? But Valhall. Hall means hallway, so it's actually pretty straightforward. Val is whale, so translated means like hall of whales, right? Fair translate, yeah. But of course, Valhalla is like the actual area, right? In Asgard. It's actually like a building, right? Because again, hall means hull or hallway, right? That's like the area, right? So it could also mean like house, right? So it's like an old name for house, right? So yeah, because you have like school matsal or skolhall is like the school's whatever area and so on. So it's used kind of sporadically in Swedish, but all of hall it means hallway. So yeah, Valhalla, of course, again, that's just an area. That's the area of the place where they live, right? That's like the Asgard. There's a house. It basically means because they're gods, it'd be the whale house. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's not really as a weapon. Doesn't make much sense, but. Anyway, I'm just being nitpicky a little bit, but I do feel it was a very strange name. Why wouldn't you call it like Mjölnir, right, or something? But anyway, I do love that this weirder guy. He's also kind of like a bastard. But it's the thing here, she's like, I'm the cream sheep's guildman. The cream sheeps, the super powerful douchebags. I just feel like, her and the guild were probably a bunch of evil gankers, right? Her friend here, he was doing some kind of weird log trap, and she was like, oh yeah, that guy, he was pretty fun. They're like, not one of those people. So I think it's pretty clear that she was the strongest player ever, right? She likely was a guild master, or at least high-ranked player in this ultimate guild, right? But also her guild members were also all probably douchebags, right? They were all like the ganker douches that were like, yeah, abusing lower-level players. Certainly, she was part of the super evil guild, right? That was like one-shotting birds and, cream cheese. What a weird name, though. I had to start thinking also hentai when I hear that. Cream cheese, okay. Like, what was a weird name? And they were like, no, not the Silver Witch, the most evil guild ever, right? I feel really, it's very, very pointed that her whole guild was a bunch of super evil players, right? And that's what she's famous as, this murderous girl, right, that killed all the players and so on. Yeah, they're like, you genocided a few countries, right? And so on. She seemingly is growing nicer, though. Her son is like, please don't kill me again, Mom. Is like, no, not this time. So he's growing nicer. And I think one thing that really shows that is that, but also I think because she wants her son to I felt like it was a mixture of her. She's getting nicer generally to the wall too, but also I felt with her son Scargo, she was like, well, I want him to seduce the princess, right? She was like, I'm gonna be nice to him and point him to sleep with the princess. She was like, I wanna get the royal family money. She does like money. She was like, yeah, some royal family power. She was like, son, go and seduce the Hime-san, you know? Look at that sexy pink-haired girl, smash her, son. So I felt she was like trying to set up some like, I'm gonna be nice to Scarlet so you can sleep with the princess. Yeah, because she fucking wants the money, right? Mostly, she did like the princess though. She liked the. She was like, I approve you to be. You could have my son. Yeah, she did approve of her, I guess. But still, though, I felt like she was like royal powers. You have to think about how greedy she is, right? That's why I love her. I said that earlier. She's a freaking, egocentric maniac, right? In some aspects. It's like, yeah, royal powers, yes. But yeah, subscribe. But of course tomorrow we have Arifurata, and of course Osumuraki. I think One Piece is back tomorrow. Maybe even today, because of the delayed break last week, right? So, see you guys and have a great day.